Hello everyone, I'm Faded Oasis. Thank you for tuning in my stream here on twitch.tv/Faded Oasis or watching the VOD on youtube.com/@Faded Oasis. There we go. Get that music to a nice volume. It is Monday, so it's going to be a nice chill stream with me building more Lego. I'm about probably 75% of the way done with the Lego Rivendell kit, Lord of the Rings Rivendell. This is the center section of the building. There's a tower that goes on that side, and a river and gazebo that goes on this side, and I've already built those. So we're just building out this main chamber of the building here. Yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. I changed the music order for the chill playlist that I use, so hopefully it's not just the exact same music in the exact same order as on every other one of these streams. But yeah, I used to have it on random and then realized that like I want to hear these albums as a whole, and then we've been hearing the same ones over and over, so I've kind of gotten used to hearing the same music at the same points of the stream, and I'm like, this feels a little weird. I'm gonna change it up a bit. Hopefully it's fine. Yeah, we're good to go. So I don't know what we're doing next. The bag that they gave me here for bag 34, it's just all like gray and black pieces. So it looks like a lot of arches, maybe just like walls and such. So I'm gonna crack it open. I'm gonna mute and crack it open, and we'll get into it. There we go. Okay. So one of these is mostly like 2x1 brick pieces, like brick pattern pieces. And this is the small one. We've got two large doorway arches in gray this time. We used two tan ones last time. We have five of these giant arches. Alright. And let me click into the instructions. There we go. Sorry if you just heard my very squeaky desk. I need to oil that. Just the keyboard drawer. Is my volume good? I think my volume's good. I'm gonna bump the music up a little bit more, actually. Let's just do that. Have the volume be full volume, or the music be full volume. Sounds good. Alright, we need 3 1x1 bricks. An L-shaped brick. One of the brick patterned. And a 4x1 tile, 3x1, 4x1. I have a 4x1 here, so I'm gonna use that unless it doesn't seem to fit. All right, so on the brick pattern out, but then this goes on it. This contributes to the stack of side tiles over here. Right, and then I think we're building up this. Oh, good. We get to actually connect. This has been bugging me for a while. This pillar that isn't connected to the rest of this and is slightly off. So we're going to connect this together. Lock those in. Alright, so that's that. And then we still have an L-shaped piece on top of here. And this goes here. And one more over here. Alright. Alright, we got a sub-assembly. We need an arch. One of our gray riser pieces. 2 1x1 bricks. 3 1x2 plates. 2 of the gray risers. So I bet whatever this is, it's going right here. And then 1 of the brick pattern 1x2s. Alright, so we start by creating the riser with the 1x2. Put 1 plate and then we put another plate immediately. And that goes, the arch goes on that, and a 1x1 brick on the other side. And then the brick pattern brick with line facing out and not brick pattern, which is a different choice than normal. And then immediately the gray. Oh wait, and somehow they snuck in this 1x1 in here. And then that on top, and that all lines up on the back. Come on. There we go. And yeah, that does connect to here. So now we've got a nice archway right there. We're building a similar arch, but without the side pips on the other side. This one is much simpler. There we go. Alright, now we're jumping over to the other side of the build. Over there. We need 1L. It looks like a 4x1 and then a 6x1 or an 8x1. This is an 8. We need a 2x2, 2 1x1s, a 1x1 stub, or plate, I guess, a large curve and a small curve. Where are the small curves? Ah. Alright. Small curve gets the 1x1, and then the large curve goes on top of it. that goes here. The 2x2 brick goes here, and it looks like a 1x1 goes in between them. I think this is too far. Is there a shorter one? We got two 2x4 plates. I don't have a 1x6. Because it is going across 3 pillars, so it should be a 1x6. Alright, so I'm missing it somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's buried underneath other pieces. Okay, and then we get the L here, and the 1x1 on top of that. Alright, now we get 2 of these arches. 2 1x1 or 1x2 plates. One of which, okay, they just bridge on one side, both levels. And then a rounded brick, like so. And this bridges from here to there. Alright, 1L, 2 of these wedges, double wedges, 1 1x1. There we go. Alright, so this weird long shoe gets its heel. That goes in here. And then 1x1 goes on the back of it. The L brick goes over here. And these 2 ramps go all the way out here. It's a little weird that they're both facing the same direction instead of being mirrored. Alright, we get 2 1x2 ramps. I have upside down ones. Where are the normal ones? Here they are. Well, that's one of them. Where's the other one? Oh, here. A lot of these pieces are hard to recognize when they're just upside down next to other pieces that look similar. But whatever. The 2 big curves, a 1x1, and a speed bump. Alright, the two big curves go over here. The speed bump goes here. Two by two joins up this side, and then the 1x1 to continue this upward. And then our two ramps go over here. All right, now we're doing something over here. Long downward curve. 1x4. Wait. These two half hinges would actually have 3 of? Yeah. Okay. One of the 8x1 tiles. Two of these. And one of each of those angles. All right. Okay, so I build this whole elaborate thing, and then, oh, the other pieces go on the other one, but I'm not building a sub-assembly for it, I'm just putting them there. Alright. Yeah, it seems right. And this whole thing goes here. And now we're working on the other side again. I should get a turntable to put this thing on, so I can rotate it around. Alright, so LP's here. And 2x4, and a 2x1, and then our weird hinge piece. Offset. I don't know, it might be supposed to be a hinge. I don't know what we're doing with it yet. Alright, on the second floor here. We got these two. It does line up. Nice. And then we also have the gray riser with 2 plates. And an L and a long tile. Long tile goes here. And the L continues up here. Alright, our last big ramp. 2 of these bricks are 2 upside down ramps, and 2 1x1 hooks. Yeah. is on upside down. I can't put a peg on another peg. That's not how this works. It has to go in a hole. Alright, so then this goes underneath this ramp. And then we put the brick pattern on top of it. Now on the other side, we do exactly the same thing. Aha, this bridges between these. And then we have another arch over here. So we need all four of these. We need the gray down, the lighter gray up, 1 bricks, and 1 plate. Alright, put these next to each other. And put the brick on the bottom one. Yeah, on the bottom one. Hey Destiny, how are you? That's it for this one? We don't have anything else connecting them. Okay. The other side, we do 1, put this here, and then put the other one on. Then we rise. I'm gonna do this off of the main piece and then put it on. You brought many things. Fancy. Alright, so this goes here. Further rise up that side. This goes on the opposite side, I assume? Looks like it. Matches up perfectly. Many arches. Alright, now we get to strengthen things, which is great. We need 4 of these 2x1 double tall with side pips. Two 1x1 or 2x1s. 1 of these 1x2s with a ratchet and clip. A window pane. 2 2x2s and 2 1x4s. Alright, so we stack the 2 2x2s on top of each other, then stack the 1x2s on top of that. And then the ratchet on top of that. And then the window, which is not symmetrical. There's a hole in the bottom on one side. And it looks like that should be going out, although I don't know that it's going to be relevant with that ratchet in the way. That goes on the edge here. Don't remember the last time we did a game of What Did You Buy? It was 3 games. It was like a Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank or something like that. I don't remember. 8 new games, 2 amiibos, and 2 bargains. Okay. I'm going to take a wild stab at the amiibos here. Let's say Fire Kirby and Roy. I bet I'm wrong on both. Right, these go here with their pips facing the back of the build. Alright. This entire step is put a single 4x2 here. That's the whole step. Not either. These two are not from a Nintendo property. Oh. Okay. Amiibos of non-Nintendo characters. Are they in Smash Brothers? Or do I have to figure out what other games had what non-Nintendo games had amiibos? Because I don't know that I know any of those. Although I would presume that Smash Brothers amiibos would not be cheap. They're an assist trophy in the game. Oh no. I didn't know they made amiibos of assist trophies. Non-Nintendo. Cardboard box from Metal Gear Solid. Oh, you know what? Maybe a Sonic thing. Not Sonic. Because Sonic would be expensive. But, like, the computer with the symbol of the invincibility stars? Or sparkles or whatever it was? I don't know why that would be an amiibo. One of these, two of these, one of these, two of these, one of these. Running low on pieces here. Alright. So this is just a hodgepodge of put pieces in places. Alright. This one goes here. But like that. Then we're building this back wall here. Alright, then this one, we need to clip this in. The snap connection on the 2x4 hinge bases is positioned so that it is exactly 10 modules away from the upper cross-hole axles. The snap connection on the 2x4 hinge. The 2x4 hinge, these, is exactly 10 modules away from the upper cross axle holes. Oh, we're going to be bridging a piece there. And this is 8 pieces wide, 6 pieces tall. So that it's going to be 10. Ah. This goes here, which is not where the hinge is. But okay. The Amiibo line has 5 total, all coming from the same game series. It's currently, and as it currently is, all the games come together in a single package. Plus, I've played this game before. Oh, Shovel Knight. You got 2 Shovel Knight amiibos? Which ones? And of course Shovel Knight had amiibos. It goes there. And this goes here. Oh. This, the crosses here, the cross connections, and the hinges, this is going to be the roof line coming down. I understand. Shovel Knight and Golden Shovel Knight. Nice. Yeah, as I'm playing through Hollow Knight, every time I bounce on someone's head and attack them, I call it Shovel Knighting them. So I should have gotten that earlier, but... Alright. We need 3 of these tiles. And these are going along the side here. Just gonna do that now. Whoa. And I'm gonna try not to break the whole thing. Okay. Then we take a brick piece. We put a dark gray single pip on it. And we put this weird curve thing on it. And we put the other gray single pip piece below it. And then this underneath. Okay. And then this to have a little thing to grab. And this goes here. There we go. Only 2 extra pieces. Bag 35. Well, it remains for you to get Plague Knight. Okay. Most expensive of all of it. Was Plague Knight one of the later? Although they might have come out with all the amiibos at the same time. I don't know. It only comes in a 3-pack if in box for a higher price. Oh. Is it in a 3-pack with amiibos that were otherwise sold separately, and that's why Plague Knight is more expensive? Oh, okay. So I guess Spectre Knight and King Knight weren't as popular, which is why the Plague Knight one is more expensive. Alright, so we have 1,000 little battleship pegs here, so we're building pillars. And we're going to start by placing some pillars. 2 of them? Yeah, okay. These go here. Now we're building 2 of these pillars. Alright, so we need 2 of these golden pieces, 2 small black rods, 2 green 2x1s, 2... They're not in here. 2 small 1x1 ramps. 2 white double cameras. 4 ice cold 1x1s. 2 ice cold cupcakes. 2 1x1s with mini pips. 12 battleship pegs, which I'll leave in the container. 2 swirlies and 2 long teeth. Alright, what the hell are we doing? King Knight at 4. Yeah, no one likes King Knight. Which is probably because he had the card game. I like King Knight. And Shovel Knight, who is probably the most common one. And Spectre, Gold, and Plague. Alright, 3 pegs each. And then the black rod, and then the cupcake. These are looking pretty identical to the other 2 that we built. There we go. Okay, then we have 2 of these that we just put the ramp on. And then the swirl goes on the other side. Swirl goes on the other side. There we go. Now I'm going to do this part now. Before I attach it to the rest of it. Because it seems easier to do it off the thing. Alright. Only 2 amiibo sets you plan on collecting. Lucky enough, got 1 out of 2 fully completed. Nice. Metroid Dread amiibos and the 5 Shovel Knight. Alright, the cupcake makes lining that up a little hard. There we go. Where do these go? Oh, they're a secret hidden arch. They're not lined up. They like face inward, which is weird. That is weird, but okay. Oh, what the hell is this? What are we making? What elaborate octopus looking thing is this? Alright. We start with this. I'm gonna get all the pieces first. We need 2 of these. So that. We need 2 short tentacles. Or I guess they're branches. If they were brown, they wouldn't look so weird. 4 swirlies. Unique thing, it's a Wii exclusive peripheral. It's the fake crossbow from Link's crossbow training. I think I have one of those still. In fact, I know I have one of those still. It's weird. It's a crossbow without the actual bow part. It's just a shell. Alright. Like that, and then we do 3 pegs. One of them goes in the plus here. And the others go in here, but they can't go all the way down because it doesn't fit. Okay. And then green pips on the sides. Already got one of those in the variation which was designed for an immersive feel when playing FPS games. I haven't seen that thing. That sounds weird. It's a shame no one made any actual FPS games for... Okay, so if it's not the crossbow... What's something weird that you would get? Because I doubt it's just like a tennis racket shell. Let's see. The Guitar Hero 3 guitar was weird because you had to put a Wiimote in it. And then there was a slot in the front so that you could see and press the buttons on the Wiimote. But it's probably not that. Okay, these also go at angles. This is weird. Alright. Alright, now where does this monstrosity go? Oh, it's the top of the... Okay. And that's why it's at angles, so it matches that. And this is weird because the holes from the cones connect to the pegs in the battleship pegs. Okay. So then I can adjust these to line up better. There we go. That's weird. It looks elaborate and kind of cool, but it's weird. On the right track, you do have to slot the Wiimote inside it. If you have to slot the Wiimote inside it, that narrows it down to like 95% of all Wii peripherals. This peripheral has games exclusive to it. You can't play around 25 games without the thing. 25 games? Okay. Oh, there's the Wii Motion Plus. But you could, like, they sold Wii Remote Pluses that you didn't need that. And I think the Wii Motion Plus had its, like, giant Nerf protective covering, like, glued to it so that you couldn't use it without. That I know had games that required it. But I don't know if that counts as slotting the Wiimote into something. We're building more columns. All right. Let's see here. What else? I'm just thinking of all those terrible, like, here's a very tiny golf club that you connect to your Wiimote to and doesn't provide anything but makes your Wiimote look like a golf club. Kind of, not really. Those things were terrible. Let's see, games that you had to have the accessory for. One of the games for this is called SpongeBob SquigglePants and is apparently the only good game design for it. Oh, I'm gonna have no idea then, because this is gonna be SquigglePants, so it's like a drawing tablet or something. But I don't know if it's a SpongeBob game. Then it's definitely like whatever third party had the Nintendo licenses, and it's a bunch of different Nintendo licenses that use this, because it's going to be like the same company that would license out, like, you can buy 2 SpongeBob episodes for your PlayStation Portable or something. So it's going to be a whole lot of, like, that era cartoon related things, and I didn't watch a lot of cartoons from that era, so I'm going to have no idea. 2 of these. It was a drawing tablet? The U-Draw. Why did they make a drawing tablet? And then why did Nintendo see a drawing tablet and say that's a good idea and make an entire console where you needed a tablet? Oh, okay. Questions that will never be answered. Alright, I'm doing this whole thing 2 times. The Wii U is the only Nintendo console I've never played. I have owned, I don't own them all anymore, I have owned every Nintendo console except the Virtual Boy and the Wii U. And I guess, like, variations of the 3DS. Nintendo DS existed at the same time and could do the exact same thing. Yeah, I guess. Like, why wouldn't you just do that? Because the Wii is popular and we need to make games for the Wii. Alright, putting pegs in holes. I mentioned that the Wii was the only console I haven't owned, or I haven't played. I have played, but not owned, a Virtual Boy. One of the other kids at a day camp that I was going to brought it in one day because they had one. Camera's over here, not over here. And yo, the Virtual Boy was not good. It was like early 3D, but it was shining red lasers into your eyes. You got the U-Draw in 6 games for it, and that cost you £3.50. That's probably like £3 too much. It's in mint condition, and so were all the games. Yeah, because they played it once and said this is crap. So have fun with your bad drawing games that should have been smartphone apps. Tablets were pretty popular then, weren't they? Like actual iPads. I guess people weren't used to buying expensive games on the iTunes store. iTunes store? Was it still the iTunes store back then? The Apple iOS store. I guess back then there would have been the iPod Touch. Yeah, so the iTunes store still would have been called that. Go. They also made the U-Draw bar for the 360. Had all the Xbox controller buttons except for the shoulder buttons. Had just 2 games that were compatible. Well, yeah, because it wasn't going to sell as well. There were a whole lot of Wiis that were sold to people who did not regularly play video games, but they saw tennis and bowling and said that looks fun and bought a Wii. There was nothing like that on the 360. So it makes sense that THQ would say like, okay, we want to try it. Let's put out the peripheral. Because all we need to do is change the connection protocol and the labels on the buttons. And then Like, we'll put out 2 games for it. We'll see how it goes, and if it does become popular, we'll put out the rest of the games. And then it didn't, and they're like, okay, we're done. Okay, so these are the interstitial pillars that go between them. I'm going to angle them so then I can actually know what angle this should go, because it should point not quite at this pillar because they're still like curved back, but I'm going to actually move this like this so I can do this, because I cannot see what I'm doing. There we go, and then pull this out. There we go. That looks pretty good. Alright, what am I doing with the rest of these pieces? Take a long piece. How long? 12? 12. Put it on a 6. And put another 12 under it. Then put another 12 on that. And a 6 under that. Alright, got a long stick. On long stick, we add ramp on the sides. Oh, we get to put another long 12 in the center. Yeah, it's centered. And then a black pip on either side. As soon as I can get this on. There it goes. Best of the deals you got. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed for £2. That game wouldn't be £2. That game was good. Or so I've heard. I haven't played it. You'll tell me the price, guess the console, and the number of games included. Alright, we need little robot arms. And little green, these go facing downward. All right, before you tell me the price, Hail Mary guess. It's the JVC XI, and you got 30 games. Well, let's see, it's just Genesis games. So, 27 games and 2 controllers, but only one of them works. Am I right? Here's the one with the hook. That goes in the center facing this way, yes. Did the JVCXI play Genesis games, or was it another console? No, it had to have been Genesis games. Yeah, okay. You don't even know what I'm talking about? Okay, so the Sega Genesis, there were more... there were other manufacturers that also made consoles that were compatible with Sega Genesis games. It wasn't just Sega. JVC was one of those manufacturers, as was, I think, Panasonic. The JVC one was called the XI, spelled X-EYE. and it was like a combination game player and high fidelity audio system or something like that. But because it was compatible with the Sega Genesis, you could just play Sega Genesis games on it. And then, Sega Mega Drive games is what you call them. And then, came with a control, taken with 2 controls, but one's broken. I'm gonna guess that you have no idea what I'm talking about, that I'm wrong. Wait, we built this whole thing and then we're just setting it aside? Alright. That thing goes over there now. Now we're getting... put this arch on some 1x4s. I've also never played anything on a Sega system. I had a friend who wasn't really a close friend. They were the kid of my mom's coworker, so we saw each other very occasionally. I stayed over their house once, I think, because my parents were going to have a nice dinner or something. I don't know. And she had a Sega Genesis, so I got to play Sonic, and then a whole bunch of games I'd never heard of ever. And then went back to playing Sonic, and then we eventually played the Game of Life or whatever, and it was fine. Oh, right. She's the only other person I ever knew that had a Game Boy, so we played Link Cable Tetris. That was the first time I was able to play 2-player Tetris with someone. That was fun. But yeah, I've never owned any Sega system. Okay, so then this goes under? Yeah, okay. And then we secure it with these ramps. Is this a roof section? Like a bracket to hold up the roof, maybe? I don't know what I'm building here. No? Okay, it just goes on top of... Okay, you've got many circled points here. So, these pillars hook into the green bits. The peg from here goes into the plus hole. And then also we join up on the sides. 55 pounds. You got one handheld system and games. £55. So that's like $75. I don't know who would sell a Vita that expensive nowadays. Well, you can do a lot with the Vita hardware, so maybe. It's nice that you specified handheld, because mine definitely didn't go to handheld at first. Let's see. It's probably not Nintendo, because it'd be way more expensive. There we go. Let's see. There we go. I mean, I guess an original PSP. PSP Plus games? Did they make a better version of the PSP, like PSP Slim or something? I think they might have. Before the Vita. Yeah, so my guess is going to be a PSP and... Probably, it depends on what games. Like, if it's Parappa, Guitaru Man, Patapon, those are going to be more expensive. But, like, some soccer game featuring some star player that barely anyone's heard about is going to be pennies. So, I'm going to say 15 games. And a PSP. I keep looking at this, and it looks like it's bent or coming forward or something. Doesn't look right. But no, it's just down there and it's flat. Okay. Just this gray piece right here. It looked like it was leaning forward. Okay. Make sure all the little swoopy bits are pointing the right way. There we go. Alright, what else are we doing here? There we get a 1x4. We put 2 of these on either side. I guess maybe a Vita for 55 wouldn't be that bad. But my guess is PSP, but I guess a Vita wouldn't be that bad. Alright, so these clip into here. And here. And then I bring them forward and clip them into here. Maybe. There it goes. Oops. Alright, so now that's very strengthened. Very few, like this is a little wobbly, but that's fine. Not a PlayStation handheld. PS Vitas are 110. Yeah, okay. The PSP is still 100. That's too much. For something that required discs, that's too much. That's it? I got all these extra pieces, though. Look at this. Right. We get a bag full of Boromir coming up. Not a PlayStation handheld. Okay. So what else is there? Because it's not Nintendo for 55 pounds. That's impossible. Unless it's like Game Boy Pocket with a cracked screen. But even then, PSP Black Box is 165? That's disgusting. Don't buy that. Alright. Here's a bag. Oh, I gotta take a break. I'll be back. I'm gonna keep thinking about what this handheld console is, Destiny. But I'm gonna be back in just a few minutes. Gonna get up and stretch, get some water. Stick around. And I'm back. Hi. Well, it was the way I was thinking. So, if it's not a Sony handheld, and you said you didn't play Sega handhelds, or just didn't play any Sega consoles, then I don't know what that leaves. Like, I have a guess, but it's a bad guess. When I say I got a bargain, I mean it's almost a steal. For reference, the handheld I got in the same color and condition, unboxed, is £85, and I got it for $55 if you don't include any of the additional games. Who else made handheld? Oh, as you can see, I've unbagged bag 36. Who else even made handhelds besides Sony, Sega, Nintendo? Because, like, Microsoft didn't make anything. Or if they did, it failed tremendously and didn't have a bunch of games. I don't know. There's no Nintendo handheld that would be that cheap. Oh, we need the cape. The final cape. The last one. Let's see. Okay, so it's got to be something weird. And the first weird console I thought of is the Nokia N-Gage. But I don't know that there are enough of those that are functional anymore that it would be that cheap. Also, I don't know if they were released in Europe, because it was a phone, so it had to be on the North American cell network, right? Well, they told you it was Nintendo? Alright. We're just gonna sit here and lie to me. A Nintendo console for only £55. If a PSP is 100 and whatever, then this has got to be like a Game Boy Pocket with a cracked screen, or a DS with a broken, the DS Lite that has a broken hinge because they tightened all those screws too tight. Oh, you know what? A 2DS is gonna be that cheap. Yeah, I bet it's a 2DS, isn't it? Although I don't know who would have, why they would get, there were a lot of cheap games on the DS, or on the 3DS. Does he have a shield here? He does. Ooh, I don't even have to put a sticker on it. Fantastic. Is that my final answer? Yeah, because the 2DS new was like 130 or something. No, was it cheaper than that? I don't remember. Trying to get Boromir's hand just right to make this shield make sense. There we go. Maybe a little lower. Yeah, there we go. Check that out. Get. Check out Boromir. Big screen. That's very fuzzy. I'm very digitally zoomed in here. Alright, let's jump back. Alright, let's add Boromir over here to the rest of the crew. He's gonna stay in here behind Gandalf, because there's not a whole lot of room otherwise, I guess. I had this balanced and then it fell over. Whatever, that's how it goes. This is when Destiny comes in and says, "Joke's on you, it's 3DS XL or something." There we go. What the hell kind of pattern is this? Blue and black Nintendo 2DS? That's the one I have. My brother's borrowing it. Along with 22 games and a carry case, charger, and 2 GB memory card. Nice. Yeah, so I never picked up a 3DS when it came out. Mostly because it was very expensive and I didn't have a job at the time. So I held off on playing all of those games, and then they lowered the price of the 3DS and it was still too expensive for me. And at that point, I wasn't playing any handheld games anymore. I was playing things on TV and computer. Right, I had started playing PC games again. So I was playing everything sitting at a desk, and I'm like, why would I need a handheld? And then eventually got a 2DS so that I could play the new Mario and games like that. The exclusives that I cared about. Played the Mario Kart 7 like once. Played it through once, not just one play session. Bought like Luigi's Mansion 2 on it, or whichever one was on that. Never played it. I bought so many games I did not play that are just sitting on that 2DS. Tried to get back into Pokemon on that. Didn't. That was like the 3rd or 4th Pokemon game that I played up to like the 3rd gym in a row. It was just like X and Y, black and white, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I get like 10, 15 hours in, and I'm like, okay, this is the game. Is that everything? Did I miss anything? Tile, plate. 1 by 2 by 2 by 4 by 2 by 2 by 4 by. Okay. And this goes. All right, starting here at the brick. All the way across. And over here, we need this. And this. And then I'm going to spin this around to make sure that we didn't knock anything out of place as I was putting that on. Yep, that's right. That's good. That's good. Okay. Everything looks good. In terms of the 3DS, 2DS line, 2DS, 3DS, 3DS XL, new 2DS. They made a new 2DS? Oh, I guess they did. Yeah, they must. Right. That was the 2DS with the hinge. And then new 3DS XL. Yeah, I forgot that the Wedge 2DS was going to be dirt cheap because it was dirt cheap. What the hell? Alright, spin this around again. Alright, we need 3 of these. We need 3 of these. 2 of... no. These. 1 single black pit. One sideways hook. Here. And a 1x2. Yeah, right. I remember they're trying to add a second thumbstick to it. And then some games tried to take advantage of that. So those games were locked to the new versions of the consoles. So they didn't sell well. Alright, so this goes like this. And this one goes yes, here. Okay. The other one, you get a hook on this side. And then connect it to this one. Oh. Then these go down. Okay, and this whole thing goes here with the hook being above the thing here. That's weird because it seems like this should clip in here. Oops, and I break the whole thing. It should clip in here. That's not how it goes. There we go. Xenoblade 3DS and Minecraft for 3DS, yeah, they did not sell well. Because the people who cared already had a 3DS. Also, I think people had Wii U fatigue of like, you're doing this again, Nintendo? Making a new quote-unquote version? Nobody wants that. Just put out something different enough. And then they were like, fine, you want a portable game system? We just took the Wii U and crammed it into a portable game system. Enjoy your Switch. And then everyone was like, wow, yes, thank you. And then actual games were made for it, because it sold well. Because Nintendo had an original idea of, what if you could take your game console on the go with you? Games aren't too notable. Yeah, there are a whole lot of DS and 3DS games that are very forgettable. The proud owner of 5 copies of Dr. Kawashima's Brain Age training? Why would you need 5 copies of Brain Age? Like, I have 1 copy. That was enough. Well, was there some hot speculation going on about Brain Age? Yo, check this out. You need to get into the Brain Age market. It's gonna go to the moon. This is a little weird what we're doing here, but I don't really understand why we're doing it, but I'm going to keep doing it. So we take this, we put the black pick on, put a yellow piece, put a tile down here, we do this, okay, and then what? And then we put the 4x1 tile here. Okay. And then on the back, you put one of these? I'm missing a piece then. Oh no, one on the back, one in the front. Okay, so this is so we could have a smooth wall with this outcropping and pieces here? Is that this whole thing is about? This goes here. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's the rest of the thing. Alright, we need 14 of these. Lost count. 4, 8, 11. 12, 13. It fits perfectly in this piece. 14. We need 12 of these. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 of this piece. 2 1x6s. And 4 little dots. You already own 3 copies? Well, now you own 8. Oh, wait, if that makes you the owner of 5 copies, you probably only got 2 in the bundle. So now you own 5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, why? Why were there 2 copies in it? That doesn't even make any sense. It was one console. Why did you need 2 copies? It had save files. Alright, so 2 of these go on the back of here. Maybe. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Just like that. And then we take this, we put 2 of them behind it, and then we put 2 more of them behind it. And we give it some T-bars. Now we put some more of them behind it. Some single pips. Then we cover it with nice faceplates. Alright, we'll do this 2x, so here we go. These go here and here. There we go. That's a nice top of the roof line there. Oh, then we gotta fill in some gaps. Now you'd never even know. And we're taking these 2 and making it 4 hips wide and on the back. As for games, My Sims Agents, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Imagine Fashion, Hamsters 2, Brain Age x2, Kim Possible, Dolphin Island, Hamsters with a Z, Touchmaster, Zoo Tycoon, Sims 2 Pets. Yup, those sure are some DS games. It's nice that you got Hamsters and Hamsters 2. So you can you can follow the story from the Hamsters cinematic universe. I don't think anyone's ever said the phrase Hamsters cinematic universe before. Alright, what the hell are we doing here? We're building a steeple. Are these pieces symmetrical? They are. Fantastic. Alright, so first we put a window, then we put the rest of the windows. I don't know why they have step 192 and they don't just skip right to 193. But whatever. There are a lot lot of things I don't know about these. About how they make their instructions. Alright, then these cameras go with this part facing inward. Okay. That's that. So now we take... We're gonna need a lot of these little pieces. 4 1x1s. 8 barrels? We got barrels. And 4 double cameras. Alright, we're making 4 stacks of barrel, plate, barrel, and barrel. Oh, hey, you got more Touchmaster? Oh no, you're just talking about Touchmaster again, not a sequel called More Touchmaster, right? Those combined total to 24 pounds. I don't believe you. Were they? No, sorry. I do believe you. A store will sell those to you for 24 pounds. You should not buy those for 24 pounds. Alright, these go along the sides. Tips facing outward. There we go. Then this one. There we go. Now I have a little, very stable cube. Alright, it needs roof. Oh, I skipped a step. That's fine. In fact, I think roof should have been first before 197. Alright, I'm gonna dump these out. Alright, we need 8 of these that go on the corners. These mini pips. They did make a sequel called More Touchmaster. Wild. Wonder how many people saw More Touchmaster in stores and said, well, I haven't even played the first Touchmaster yet, so I don't know. I don't want that. I wouldn't know where to begin. We made 4 Touchmaster games. I don't even know what Touchmaster is. It's probably like... Alright, so I'm doing this 8 times, okay. Just a minigame collection involving the touchscreen, yeah? See how fast you can tap the moles, cause it's whack-a-mole. Tap-a-mole, yeah. Or, spin a circle. Is that it? Am I right? Am I close? Alright, now these all get clipped on. And then lowered. But I have to even them out. There we go. Gem slide. Alright, that's a simple match 3. Got it. Crystal balls. That's a different style of match 3. Got it. Probably like Luxor. Hot hoops. How many times can you swipe up to throw a basketball into the hoop? But you gotta swipe up the right way, aim it, and whatnot. Maquis? No idea what that is. Oh, this whole pillar rotated. Okay. I have to be more careful with these. I like how I mixed up the order of the songs and it's still the Mario 64 ending theme about this time in the stream. Mahjong pairs. Great. A Mahjong game. Fantastic. Pond Kings. Pairs. Is pairs just like classic concentration? Target 21. 3 Peak Deluxe. That's a solitaire game. Phoenix 13. That's a whole lot of solitaire games. Back to back to back. Okay. Word search. Wow. Oh, and words with a Z? And I like how they couldn't come up with, what to name their trivia game, so they just named it Trivia. Alright, put this on, and then a nice little spire. But the spire goes on pointing this way. Okay. There we go. Hey, it still fits on camera too. Nice. Oh, I just noticed on this scene, this is cut weird. Be like that, and that. Bump that over. There we go. Stickers. Alright, I got 2 of these to do. I'm gonna use this as my stabilization thing. Alright, let's see. Fun fact about CEX, trade-in price is a single penny for the Touchmaster games. Yeah, because they don't want it. And they're not going to sell something for less than a pound. All right. Alright, so we got two paintings here, one of a boat going across water and one of a city. Right, hold on. There we go. Looking nice. Put that up there. There we go. Two beautiful stickers. Whoop. Zoom out. There we go. Oh, and that's what the large black side pips are for. Looking good. Professor Layton in the Azaran Legacy is 20 pounds cheaper. Nice. Alright, now we're building another little bird thing. This is the thing that keeps falling off of the tower every time I try and grab it. Alright, so it's this. Put a camera on it facing this way. Then a hook. Then this thing. Nope, not like that. Like that. Oops. There we go. Then a tooth downward for the beak, and a tooth upward for the feather. There we go. It has it leaning down like that. Although I'm not sure why. I didn't mean to hit end. I'm sorry. My hand slipped and hit the wrong button. Oh. Hey, look at what we're building next. 37, 38, and 39. It's 8 o'clock. We don't have time for that. Maybe we are ending. So many bags. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look, see what's up with these. Although I bet I know what's going on. All right. 37. Oh, yep. I taped these together. Here's 38, tiny bag. And here's 39, an equally tiny bag. 38 and 39 are just roof tiles. Won't be in the 2DS until the 3rd of October. Okay. Professor Layton, the Ezra and Lexi is the only Layton you haven't played yet, and you're spoiler free. Nice. Yeah. Hope you enjoy it. Alright, so we're gonna need both of our big... Oh, we do. Okay. So... I guess before next stream, I need to move all of my minifigs off of these big plates. Because we're gonna need both of them. Oh, one. Oh no, the ring fell out of Frodo's hand. Put that back. Alright. All of these little minifigs need to go somewhere that isn't this plate. So I'll figure out what to do with them. Wait a minute. 5, 10, 12. Okay, I had an idea. It's not gonna work, but there are 12 of these figures. There are 11 slots on this thing. So my idea was to line up the whole fellowship, but no, that's not quite gonna work. Alright, put that back. That. I'll figure out what to do with... So here's the thing. I can't even name all of these. We got Boromir. Gandalf. Yeah, Gimli over here. And Legolas. Bilbo. Frodo. Sam. Merry and Pippin, but I forget which is which. We got... This is gonna be Agent Smith. What was his name? Oh my god, why am I blanking on Elrond? This is Elrond. This is Galadriel or Arwen. Probably Galadriel. I don't remember. Who the F's this dwarf? I legit don't know, because this is Gimli. This is the same height, so it's a dwarf. It's not a hobbit, it's slightly taller. It's not a wizard, like it's not... I think I originally called this Gandalf when I built it in bag 4 or whatever it was. But it's not Gandalf. Is Gloin a dwarf? I think Gloin is a dwarf. I don't know who Gloin is. That might be from The Hobbit. I don't know. I don't know who the F this is. But... okay. Guess you gotta get another Everyone is Awesome set and double it? Maybe. It might make it pop more on the set. Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna put all these figures. I'll probably do something with them. Dwarf with the white hair. That is Gloin? Okay. Gimli's father. Who was, yes, was one of the dwarves in the Hobbits. Great. Thank you for letting me know. I have not seen the Hobbit movies. I read the book back in middle school in like 7th or 8th grade. So I don't remember much about it. I'm glad I no-scoped Gloin, though. And then, yeah, I'm not sure which elf woman this is. Of the two that exist, I'm not sure which elf woman this is. Why are there so few women in these books? Alright. That's gonna do it for stream. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I do appreciate it. Coming up tomorrow, I'm playing Hades? No, Hollow Knight. Tomorrow is Hollow Knight. Then on Wednesday is Hades. Then on Thursday is Hollow Knight. And on Friday is Hades. It's 1 a.m. Oh, yeah, you shouldn't still be here. You should be sleeping. Bye, Destiny. Thanks for sticking around and guess the video game stuff. Yeah, so Hollow Knight and Hades alternating. And then on Saturday is more Blueprints. On Sunday is more Games with Friends and probably a Hades bonus stream again. I don't know. I want to play a lot of Hades. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one. And this time I really am ending.